Hey friends, I have actually tried 3 times to make this video this morning because I legit woke up feeling nauseated from everything that I read yesterday. Yesterday, I was determined to find out exactly which computers and whose accounts those searches came from. Today, I feel like it doesn't really matter so much because I've always maintained that due to his confession and his assertion that for Gypsy he'd do it again, that Nick is where he should be, and that the only issue is that Gypsy is out. Gypsy has a pattern of being with men that she accuses of child SA and inappropriateness. She wanted us to believe in her Kale Lowry interview that she broke up with Nick and cussed him out when child SA was brought up and only later pacified him. But we see in the Foya videos her sitting there all dressed up saying that she'll explain all that to her daughter. And the only stipulation that she put on it was that the daughter must be 13 first. And she said that her biggest fear is her daughter bringing a police officer home, not the actions themselves. As Gypsy said in her Ruby persona, her caring is broken. In her prison emails, Gypsy told another man that Ryan confessed a sex act with a child in the room, and Gypsy said in the email that she was upset and thought his morals were fucked about it. However, she went on after that to marry him, plan to have a baby with him, cheat on him, and have a baby with another man, then send Ryan pictures of that baby and plan to take it to see him until Kean put his foot down and said, "If you do that, I'll leave and file for custody." Then Gypsy and Ken both said on a live after that they want the prison calls to be released because it will prove what she's been saying about Ryan true. As if that doesn't make Gypsy look like a total PDF file creep for marrying him and sending him baby pics and planning to take the baby to see him. Some of these videos in the latest Foyas have made me feel more sorry for Nick than I ever thought would be possible because his mental processing just does not seem to be all there. But that does not in any way ever overtake the disgust I've always had for his confession to the action of murdering Dee Dee and some of the other weird shit we've known he was into. Like I said earlier, I've just never been on the justice for Nick train, and I never will be. These searches tell me more than ever that he's right where he should be, as I've always maintained. But they also tell me that whether Gypsy was searching any of this herself or whether she simply chose to stay with someone who did, she's not a safe person and should still be in prison. Now, since that doesn't seem to be possible, in my opinion, we need to just keep getting the word out of how unsafe and how much PDF file activity she condoned and, in her words, pacified, and likely way more than that, friends, so that she can't fulfill that lifelong dream that she wrote about so much in her prison emails and talked about when she got out of wanting to work with children. If you look back at my previous videos, I show where she talked about wanting to be a Build-A-Bear employee, wanting to be a Disney character, just anything to work with kids. I think we can all agree children are the very last type she should ever be around. Okay, now that I've had my little rant, gotten some of that out, I do want to show a correction. Yesterday, whenever I showed the serial number, I said that that was Nick's desktop tower. It was not. The evidence pictures were sorted out of order. I think they were sorted by date modified and not by number at that time. Whenever I sorted them in numerical order, here's what I found, friends. This serial number here, that's the one that I showed. That's one on some of the searches, the DV6000 HP. The way that the pictures were sorted yesterday, this serial number came right after the picture of the tower laying on its side, this picture. So since these are routers and an Xbox, I thought it was showing the serial number for this tower since a picture came right after that. But once they were sorted in order, we can see that this serial number with the pictures sorted in numerical order, this is picture number 240. The previous one, 239, is this picture of an HP laptop in a laptop case, again in Nick's house. Now, we don't know whether or not Gypsy could have brought that laptop there with her. Again, that goes back to where I no longer, honestly, friends, care who did the searches. To me, they're both guilty of this at this point. But basically, at this point, we have identified that a lot of these searches came from this laptop that was in Nick's house. This is the HP DV6000, this serial number here. And this desktop that was also in Nick's house, this is another one that was listed on the searches. That is the tower that Nick has laying sideways. So the laptop and the tower from some of the searches were both found in Nick's house when Gypsy was there with him. Well, I know this hasn't been a very fun video, friends. I'm going to cut I'm gonna cut it off here and, to be honest, go take some nausea medicine. I hope everyone's having a good day for real. We'll go out with a palate cleanser.
Keep making content.